So very cool question, Todd. How can I make it where each cell only contains 30 or whatever number of characters? I will want to type in the cells, but I want them to contain no more or no less than 30 characters per cell. Thanks in advance. So the first step I did was I just went to Google and I said only allow 10 characters Excel. And I got a couple of links just to check those out. And one of the links pointed me towards data validation within Excel. So then I went over to Excel and I played with data validation and I set this up where if I enter only 1, 2, 3, 4, I told it only 5 characters, no more, no less. And if I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 characters, gives me an error. You must enter exactly 5 characters, retry. So if I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, it's fine. Or if I enter 1, 5, 9, 8, 4, whatever, 5 characters, it's fine. But if I go to 6, anything but 5, it tells me do only 5 characters. Same with this one down here. If I just do A, B, B, C, D, gives me the error. But if I go A, B, C, D, E, 5 characters, no problem. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 characters, it gives me the error. So I set that up just on these 4 cells right there, these 4 cells right there. So over here, I could enter just 1, 2, and it's fine. The way you do that is I'm going to create a new sheet. And if I wanted to apply it to the whole sheet, I click on that cell right there to select all of the cells. I go to Data, I go to Validation, I go to Data Validation, I go to Settings, I say text length is equal to, and then I just choose whatever length I want and ignore blank. And then I'm going to go to the error message. I'm going to show error alert after invalid data is entered. And I can say stop or just give a warning or just give information. I'm going to choose stop. And, this is where I enter my message to the people. So I could say 5 characters only, please. Yo, dog, please enter only 5 characters. What's up? Or whatever I want my message to be. Now, anywhere in here where if I don't enter the right number of characters, you can see it gave me, I just did that so you can see that you get to tailor the message that comes out. So, yeah, that's how you do 5 characters. And looks like there's a lot more depth under data validation where you can do different data validation. You can even do custom stuff where you start entering a formula. So I'm sure you could do research on that if you really wanted to get into deeper data validation. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, I'm just going to create a new sheet, is under formatting. When I go to format, right click, format cells, and I choose number, I could come down to custom. And so this is something that I use like when I do student ID at my work. So my student ID is 7 characters at work, but some students have, student ID which is like 00, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So their student ID would be 00, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when I press enter on this, right, it just gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the zeros to the left are irrelevant in mathematics. And so I need to format that so, students who have a student ID with zeros to the left still shows up as 7 characters. This one has 7 characters. This one would be 00, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I right click that, I format it, format cells, custom, and here I just put in zeros, right? And so it basically says I'm having 7 characters in that cell, and if there's an empty spot, put a 0 in. And so now I added in my zeros right there. But that doesn't stop me from just entering, it always shows 7 characters, but it doesn't stop me from entering only 3. So it's just something that's good to know about. And you can play also with the formatting cells. I did zeros there, but you can see that there's certain types of formatting like pound signs and, crazy stuff. It starts to get a little bit crazy. And you could even look at like, you could like say, okay, I'm going to format this as, right, I'm going to format this as a special social security number, okay, right, so format that as social security number. Now I could right click that, format cells, and go to custom, and I could see, okay, what kind of layout did they use for that? And I could look at the different ones they have there and see how did they use it. Or I could play with these to start to figure out what do these different characters do. Like there's time formatting and all kinds of stuff. So that's also kind of good to know about when you're knocking in this area of the woods around Excel. All right, Saturday morning, I just got up.